welcome back to the Markie channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today we have another topics video, okay? Where we start with the small stuff and we work our way up to the bigger stuff. And we have some interesting topics towards the end. And one that might shock you because I feel like I might have to actually slightly defend Trisha Paytas in this video, which is something that you really don't see me doing very often. So it's going to be a sight to see, okay? Let's just say that. But we're going to start off one kind of from the vlog squad, okay? Now, if you remember, there's a guy called Joe from the vlog squad. I believe he films a bunch of stuff for David as well. I think he films like the podcast or whatnot. I could be wrong, but he's in the vlog squad either way, okay? Now, he broke up with his girlfriend a couple months ago. It was kind of like a joke in like the David Dobrik videos. He was upset because they broke up, whatnot. Well, people have been asking his ex-girlfriend why they broke up quite recently. And the actual reason behind it is something that I was going to say you probably wouldn't expect. If you watch this channel and you've seen us talk about the vlog squad before, you probably would expect it at this point. But let's give it a read, okay? So here's what was posted in the Instagram story. And it says, it basically comes down to someone in the vlog squad was a drunk idiot and I was sitting there during a video and I stepped on me twice and broke my foot. Now, that part of it straight away, that could just be an accident. And I believe that later on in the stories and whatnot, she does go on later to say, like, I'm not going to mention who it is because it probably was an accident and whatnot. So that seems like a drunk accident. You can't really hold that too much against someone. That's when being an idiot. But this next part is a bit interesting. I was pressured not to tell anyone what happened to even my friends, which in turn caused me a lot of PTSD in group settings and made me super depressed. After someone else accidentally got hurt too, I just became more of a mess. So I did therapy to help and I decided what was best for me was to remove myself from the situation. That incident literally ruined my life and I have chronic pain every day. Like, imagine being in pain every single day. It's awful. Multiple surgeries, 2 hours of PT a day, simple things like sitting in a normal chair can cause bad pain. I have to wear something super tight on my leg every day, had to stop modeling, go to weekly therapy, etc. Now, obviously, as you can see, this seems like an awful situation. It's not just a broken foot, it's the fact that she had to have loads of surgeries. This is something that constantly is still causing her pain to this day. It did, in a way, change her life. She has to go around her life very differently because of this pain. There was also another story that was posted here saying, moral of the story, don't let people tell you what to do and always do what's best for you. I'm crying now because I decided to share my truth, but now I rarely cry versus a year ago I would cry myself to sleep. So as you can see, this is a situation that seems very intense, and probably seems more intense than what people actually expected when they were asking, like, what happened with the break and whatnot. And it probably wasn't to do with the people that maybe people assumed it was about. Maybe people assumed it was just Joe and the girl, they just didn't get along and it didn't work out, like the same way a lot of relationships don't. But this seems a little bit more serious, and the part, like I said, that confused me the most, or that is a bit weird to me, is this part right here where it says, I was pressured not to tell anyone. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean that the vlog squad are literally going out being like, no, don't tell anyone, we already have a bit of a bad rep at the minute, and we can't have any more of a bad rep, you need to help us out here, do not tell anyone? Does this mean that they were saying that they would do something about it if, like, she did tell anyone? And by that, I don't mean, like, violence or anything. I just mean, like, would they, like, kick her out of, like, a house that they were in at the time, whatnot? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, what does that mean? That's what I'm, that's what I'm questioning here, sorry. But, yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you even surprised? I feel like most people say they weren't. I was still surprised when I see stuff like this, just because I don't feel like this is, like, the normal human behavior. Like, the girl had to have surgery and her life's kind of fucked up at the minute, and you're sat there only caring about if she tells people or not. It's a bit weird, okay? Especially when something's as serious as that, where it's literally going to affect you physically every single day. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Now, moving on to the next topic, and this is the one where we're going to kind of defend Trisha Paytas, okay? So I was watching the Ethan Klein podcast, the H3 podcast, if you will, and we know that Ethan speaks about Trisha quite a bit. This isn't really a secret at this point, okay? And vice versa as well, obviously. In fact, people would assume that it's probably more of Trisha speaking about Ethan, and for the most part, maybe that is true, okay? But one thing I have noticed recently is I feel like Ethan is still, like, just digging away at Trisha, when Trisha is trying, it seems, to kind of avoid it, okay? And I feel like when Trisha does mention Ethan, people give the energy of, like, Trisha, stop it, okay? Like, this is becoming a bit of a petty situation at the minute. All you do is talk about Ethan. If you were mature, you would just move on and not talk about it and move on with your life, okay? Now, if we're going to have that energy with Trisha, I feel like people need to have that energy vice versa, right? And Ethan still is mentioning Trisha to this day, which is completely fine, I guess. Like, you have your free right to speak about anyone you want, okay? But I just feel like if Ethan's going to carry on shotting digs, maybe Trisha should be allowed to as well. And people probably won't want that to happen realistically, right? But this is the clip I'm on about. This is the whole, like, rabbit situation. If you remember, Trisha like had some chairs and like there's a Halloween decoration in the living room, and the backrests on the chairs were made out of rabbit, and people were fuming at Trisha. Okay, so Ethan was originally talking about that, and then he moves on without even being asked about it. He just goes, oh, by the way, we still don't talk to Trisha, we're not going to go to a wedding and all this stuff, and just starts laying off like kind of personal information that doesn't really need to be said publicly and really wasn't even asked in the first place. But let's have a look at the clip.
You definitely didn't have to kill the rabbits. You didn't have to kill the rabbits.
Looks like she took more than 5% of those rabbits.
He takes 5% of that rabbit. So that's it. And I don't know what's going on with these costumes. People have been wondering. I am totally not in communication with Moses or Trisha. I don't know anything about what's going on in their lives. I don't know anything about the wedding. We are not attending the wedding because I see people questioning about that.
This tweet seems...
So, yeah, as you can see, that was just kind of like a random little sentence. Like, oh, if anyone's wondering, you know, we're not going to go to the wedding. Don't respect them anymore. After you just kind of like basically called them out for the whole rabbit thing, which is fair enough. You do you. But I just feel like we need the energy going the same way, okay? Like, it can't be one rule for one and one rule for the other. I realize I might be looking too into this, but I just kind of, weirdly, feel a little slightly sorry for Trisha, because Trisha can't really respond to this. If Trisha responds to this video right now, she will get a lot of backlash, right? And I just don't feel like that's particularly fair, in my opinion. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of shit for that because people love Ethan, but that's just my opinion, okay? I just feel like this keeps happening. Like, this is every single podcast, by the way, as well. Like, Ethan continuously talks about Trisha. So, if they're going to talk, I think they should be able to go back and forth. That is just my opinion on it, but let me know your thoughts. I feel like some people might have the opinion of, like, oh, Trisha kind of ruined their, like, family life, and so it's, if Ethan wants to talk about it, he can, type of thing, but I would probably disagree. I feel like if they both want to not talk about it, I feel like that's really good. That's probably the best solution, right? But these aren't just two YouTubers who are going back and forth again. It's not the same as, like, me talking about Ethan right now. I've never met Ethan. I don't know Ethan, right? Trisha and Ethan are going to technically be family, okay? They're going to be in-laws, right? Like, it's a lot more serious. It doesn't be made publicly, in my opinion. Or if it is, I feel like it should be vice versa, and you should be allowed to say what you want. But let me know your thoughts. Maybe I'm wrong, okay? Maybe I'm wrong. Now, moving on to the next topic. Someone we definitely have never spoke about before is Zayn Malik's sister. Yes, you heard that right. Zayn Malik, the guy who was in One Direction, his sister, okay? Now, the reason we're talking about his sister right now is if you might have seen on Twitter, basically, Gigi Hadid and Zayn broke up recently, and Jake Paul took it upon himself to fire a few digs at Zayn Malik and whatnot and Gigi because they had an argument back in the day. He came back to it and was basically saying, like, now look, now your husband or boyfriend, I don't know if they were married, your partner has now been apparently, like, physical with your mum, okay? That was, like, the claims, at least, alright? Now, Zayn Malik's sisters now took it upon herself to go at Jake Paul, which is a back and forth I didn't really expect to see, let's just say that. But as you can see, it's an Instagram post here. Oh, God, I'm definitely pronouncing the name wrong, aren't I? Walia? I'm so sorry I pronounced that wrong. Walia Azad. If I pronounce it wrong, I apologize, but this is the Instagram post here, and it says, Jake Paul, instead of making TikToks about other people and their lives, you obsessed beg, how about you make a TikTok about your own family matters? But then again, no one gives a fuck about your irrelevant arse. And as you can see, there's an article in the background saying, Logan and Jake Paul stay silent after accusations of father Greg Paul with underage girls. And now first, when I saw the pictures, I saw this picture right here of the article, and I assumed it was about that kissing prank they did, where Jake Paul, like, blindfolded a bunch of girls and said that he was going to kiss them, or his friends were going to kiss them, and instead Greg Paul did. And obviously there was a massive, like, basically this guy's like, what, 50, and the girl was like 18 or whatnot. I don't think she was underage. I feel like they mentioned it in the video, but still fucking really, 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 really strange, okay? Fucking weird, like, beyond weird. But actually reading the article, this is about something I didn't even know was a thing, okay? It says, Jake and Logan Paul, and now their father Greg Paul, have been caught up in a scandal in recent days. Now bear in mind, this is 2018, okay? And it says, after a group of hackers claimed to have photo and video evidence of 54-year-old Greg engaged in inappropriate activity with underage girls. Now, I don't particularly know what this was really entirely about, but this is the article that came out anyways. I don't know if this was ever proven, like, wrong or right. I'm not 100% sure, but like I said, it's from 2018, and it's been now aired out publicly by Zayn Malik's sister, okay? That wasn't actually the only thing she posted, actually. She also posted this, which is the Jake Paul-Tommy Fury fight, and put Team Fury clearly supporting the other person here. That's not really a surprise right now. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Obviously, this is something that I imagine is something that's getting talked about in the family, which is why Zayn Malik's sister knows about it. I imagine she spoke to Zayn about it. I don't know what the relationship's like. But, yeah, let me know your thoughts either way. Just a strange back and forth. Well, not even a back and forth, just a strange back? Is that what you say? When it's just like one person talking about the other person hasn't responded yet? Is it just a strange back, not a strange back and forth? Okay, I'm talking shit now. Right, let's move on to the next topic, okay? It's actually to do with Shane Dawson, okay? And Ryland Adams uploaded a video, what was it? Yesterday, as I'm recording this video right now. And it says, the day Shane came back to YouTube, an intense 24 hours in our lives. Now, if you remember, a few weeks ago, Shane Dawson returned to YouTube. And his return video wasn't really like an explanation. He had a bit in it where he kind of spoke about why he's been gone, like his feelings about it, but it was really short, very brief, then kind of just moved on to like a really long video that was about something completely different. But we even spoke about how the response was good, and I think we kind of expected the response to be good because it is like Shane Dawson, and also it's YouTube. Like, people forget on YouTube after a few months. Shane's been gone for a year. People don't care about what happened a year ago. That's just the way YouTube works. But this vlog, like it says in the title, is about the day that Shane actually uploaded this video. And Shane actually goes on to respond and react to the fact that his video went down pretty positively.
Okay, so it's hours and hours later, and
What?
we're shook. I mean, this has been like alarmingly positive, don't you think?
I mean, your mom said it best with with an emoji of her.
So straight away, when you can see that they said that's alarmingly positive, they really weren't expecting it to be positive, which, I mean, I get that. Like, the last time Shane uploaded a video, it was one of the most hated videos on the planet. But yeah, I don't think it's too surprising. But, I mean, fair enough. He got the positive response he was after, I assume.
I'm a mess. I don't know what to say. I'm overwhelmed. But, I feel weird. I don't know what to say. Oh, I know what I want to say, but is it weird that I'm talking to the vlog? I guess I talked earlier. I'm so out of it. I've been crying all day. I can't believe that people are being nice. Like, I wasn't going to read the comments at all. Like, you know, I was not going to read the comments. And then you were like, the comments are really nice. And I was like, there's no way. And then I looked, and I've been crying all day. I literally thought, it's over. I'm going to get canceled again.
Thank God I woke up and it's not Christmas.
I don't know if he really did. Maybe he did. I guess maybe he would be paranoid at that point. But yeah, it's not very surprising to me. And I would love to know if you assumed that was going to happen or if you didn't. But yeah, you can see Shane Dawson seems a bit surprised. He's now uploaded like 3 or 4 videos since he's been back. And he seems to be just back to complete normal YouTube life. He's doing like horror type videos, I think. I don't know. I haven't really watched them. I did click on his newest one like before I recorded this video just to kind of see what it was like, and then I saw a very interesting pinned comment. If anything weird happens while you're watching this, let me know. Strange noises, electronics acting up, etc. I've had a few people say they had strange activity while watching, and I'm curious if anyone feels it or if it's connected. Enjoy! Haha. I've got to say, I do love the little ha-ha you've just basically told people are going to be haunted after watching this video. Someone tells me if the ghost did want to like affect people in the world, they wouldn't just target people who are watching a Shane Dawson video, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, yeah, I definitely could be wrong. I'm not exactly pally-pally with the ghosts of the world, realistically. But yeah, let me know your thoughts either way, and let me know your thoughts on everything we spoke about in today's video. And if you did enjoy, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And I guess until tomorrow, see you guys in a bit. Goodbye.